about crack music, you know what the fuck I do. I ain't the fucking radio.
Yeah. You already know. The Galactic one. Yeah. We gonna continue this demo with part 2. Part 2. We're gonna talk about Diddy. We're gonna talk about the Eclipse. And we're gonna talk about distractions on this Black Money Mondays. Okay. We warm up real quick. Do the math for the day. Real quick. 5, 7, 9, 13. Knowledge. Understanding. Give you overstanding. And we talking about standpoint of view. It's all about standpoint of view on this Black Money Mondays. You heard? It's all about standpoint of view on this Black Money Mondays. Now on my last episode, I was talking about Diddy, and I was breaking down, how the loyalty of other cultures are. We did a lot of slandering, we did a lot of talking, jumping the gun on these type of situations. And another thing I talked about is that we were mentally, indoctrinated and fed this type of lifestyle, so the capitalism, we have a capitalism type of mentality. We've been colonized, so the controllers got a hold of us mentally, what I'm saying? We might think we live in our own way of life and all of that shit, and we free and all of that type of shit, but you program really, what I'm saying, to be this new nigga, what I'm saying? So we suffer from identity crisis from our culture. So a lot of the things we do today, it's not of our own people. And the homosexuality and stuff like that comes from Rome and Greek people who fathered this type of stuff, meaning like, I don't know if black people was doing this prior to this or any other melanated people were doing these things, but if they did, it wasn't on the scale that it's on today. And these people had societies that were like based on this shit, what I'm saying? Roman people at one point in time in their society said a young male, in order for him to become a real man, at 13, he has to have sex with another man. That's a real man to them in Rome. So I think, a lot of these things that we're doing today are not even of us, as a people and things like that. So we have to like readjust our thinking and say, the man is doing things, but we have people in our family doing that type of shit, pedophile, rape your little cousins, people touch people and stuff like that, right in our family and stuff like that. So we can't be blind-eyed to that shit, knowing damn well, these celebrities, we just waiting for them to fall, etc. Now, if the man is wicked and he's doing other things and he gets what he deserves, that's just the bottom line, you know what I'm saying? That's just how it goes. That's how the energy flows. So if he, if he's doing corrupt stuff and all of that, well, this is his time for him to, actually go through whatever he got to go through. So enough about Diddy. We talked about the loyalty of Fat Joe, meaning the Puerto Rican people are very loyal. Like I said, that's his friend. He's not going to say nothing, blah, blah, blah. That's cool. Shout outs to Fat Joe for being loyal. We talked about the Eclipse and how that represents a time for change. It's actually going to be a 4-minute period, like longer than the last one that came. So it's going to be a little bit longer, I guess, at this particular time. They don't want us looking directly into it, but our people were people who watch the stars and stargazers. So it's important maybe that you do witness this phenomenon. It's about basically embracing new paths. The eclipse is a sign of embracing new paths. That's how the ancient ones looked at it and things like that. So be mindful of that if things are changing in your life, blah, 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 it's because this eclipse is going down. Like we see the industry is changing. The power, is being stripped from certain people. Somebody else is going to go play that role, or somebody else is coming into position. A lot of people say 50 Cent will be the next, pioneer, the person that runs the whole industry type shit. And so we talked about saying that Aries people or different star signs will be impacted by this eclipse. As far as Aries, as far as Cancer, as far as Libra and Capricorn. And so we broke down a little bit about the Aries. We was going into Aries, talking about how their self-confidence in relationships. You know what I'm saying? They haven't been able to stand on their square and explain to the exotic part of, the toxic part of their relationship, you know, that they had enough. You know what I'm saying? So it's time to kind of cut ties with the toxicity that's in your life and learn more about yourself on this new path. You know what I'm saying? That's what the eclipse is saying. So you got to rebuild self-love a lot of times. You know what I'm saying? Take a minute to fall back, rebuild self-love, and alone time, your time to be with your Godhead. You know what I'm saying? You in your own mind a lot. That's when you with God. You know what I'm saying? Per se. So understand that that's where you go at. It's going to be some heartbreaks and some tough times, but you'll get through it because it's going to build up your character only to make you stronger and wiser to continue on your journey and sojourn out here on the planet. You know, so that's important for you. The cancers, you're going to need change. It's going to be some changes coming for you. You need a change for balance. There's definitely you need some balance in your life, you know what I'm saying, and at home. It's really in your home, cancers, where the balance is needed. Moving on and letting go of things, you know what I'm saying? Whatever situations you may have to let go of that mentally, emotionally, physically, you know, spiritually, sexually, financially, whatever's going on, something you're going to have to let go of and move on. Let it go. Focus on the goals so you can make a change. You gotta tap on your focal points right now. You need to focus more so you can get more balance in your life. If you're a Cancer, if you're a Capricorn, your career, it might be something in your career that might have to change, you know, or your image. You know what I'm saying? How people perceive you. You might have to change something in your image. You know what I'm saying? Redefining and mentally redefining what you would call success. Your standpoint of view, back to standpoint of view, because that's the math for the day. So it's about you readjusting or redefining your standpoint of view on what you see as success, because most people see P. Diddy and all them as success, right? But the point is, success is determined by one's intellectual capacity. You know what I'm saying? Any worthy idea that can be manifested is successful. So if I say I'm going to the store, I'll be right back. I'm going to get some bread, a loaf of bread, and I'm coming right back. And I go right to the store, get the loaf of bread, and come right back. That means I was successful. So that success doesn't equate to wealth all the time and riches and stuff like that. You know, they're successful at doing that particular thing. You know what I'm saying? But you have to realize that you can practice forms of success by just doing small, minute things, saying your word is born. When you say you're going to do something, you mean it. You do exactly what you said you was going to do. Period. That's all that shit really means. Be a person of your word. You know what I'm saying? And so with that being said, the Libra people, you kind of like hesitant on expressing yourself to people and telling them what you only tell people what they want to hear. You don't tell them really how you really feel. So as a Libra, it's time for you to step up and speak. You know what I'm saying? Use the wisdom. You know, use the throat chakra more, and kind of express your true feelings. You know what I'm saying? It's hard for you to open up about emotional things in your relationships. You know what I'm saying? So it's time for you to break that. You know what I'm saying? You might have attractions too. It might be new people coming your way. You know what I'm saying? You might be attracting new people on a love connection. You know what I'm saying? So it's time for you to express yourself the real way so you can be yourself. You don't want to get involved with people and you're not even being yourself. So that's just the jewels astrologically for those that will be impacted on the eclipse soon to come. Now let's move forward to the distraction part of it, right? So we're being distracted. A lot of times that's one of the devil's tools. I like to teach that's one of the devil's main tools. And when I say devil, we're talking about a force. We ain't talking about spooky man on the throne, which is yourself, because the force is within, right? So through thought, this is how you get attacked. This Shaitan likes to whisper, right? The whisperer. He whisper evil intentions in the hearts of man, right? So what I'm saying is, you know, you're being distracted. What is a distraction overall? Distraction is something that where somebody is preventing you from paying full attention. Now we know what attention is, right? Attention is your value, it's your wealth. You know what I'm saying? Anything you focus on, you're paying attention to, you giving up the value. Man, we're talking about Black Money Moon Day, so we're going to break this down on the money frequency. So we're talking about you're paying attention. So you're giving up the value into whatever you focus on. So if you focused on some bullshit, like watching TV or scrolling through your phone about 8 hours through the day, and you ain't getting nothing accomplished, you're being distracted. You know what I'm saying? And it's an agitation of the mind and to your emotions. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, when your emotional mind and your emotional body can't focus. So you being distracted, which is one of the devil's tools, and paying attention will cost you. It costs you what you pay attention to. You know what I'm saying? You can miss out on prayer. You can miss somebody's funeral. You can miss the last time talking to your peoples because you was bullshit and shit like that. So you have to be focused sometimes and stay in remembrance that, what your task is here. What are you really doing here? Because like I said, we're being distracted by the Diddy shit, that we should be coming up with things to prevent shit like that. You know what I'm saying? To teach and educate and kind of give some information on how to move about and protocol when those things are taking place. What do we do with these kind of people? How do we treat these kind of people? The people that move like that, because we have family members that's gay, homosexual, stuff like that and all that. So we can't deny the fact that they're around. They ain't going nowhere. And if you want to be technical, the most richest people that we know of right now, most of the billionaires, at least 16 of them, they're known to be gay. And the clothes that y'all buy and the stuff that y'all support and all that, they run it. So gay people are seeming like is equated with wealth, with money. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to get big money, the closer you get to bigger money, the closer you get into those gay people. Because they're the ones that got the money already. It's even a lady named Laverne Cox. Not a lady, a man who has a transformation as a lady and was a Black person who's a billionaire on that list. Look into her, named Laverne Cox. What I come to see is that same person, Laverne Cox, was on Puff Daddy's first show on MTV and all of that. That person was a contestant on the show, trying to get whatever that show he had out. But that transvestite person was on there. Now that person is a billionaire because it's the Black version of the Bruce Jenner thing. You know what I'm saying? I think they play on Orange is the New Black and whatever other movies they play on or whatever. But this person is on the billionaire list with the people who are supposed to be, coming out saying that this is what they do. You know what I'm saying? The majority of them was European or Caucasoid people. So with that being said, like I said, you equate yourself with money and you getting closer to the gay people anyway. Now, what is money? Why are we chasing money so bad? Money is equated with moon energy. You see what I'm saying? People not understanding that money, right, is a legal tender debt note. A legal tender debt note. And so we're talking about a medium of exchange. It's a medium of exchange. The money is really nothing. It's a medium of exchange. So a medium is someone who talks to the dead. A medium is a psychic person who can communicate with the dead. Who's on the bill? Dead Masonic slave masters, right? Dead Masonic slave masters is on the bill. You know what I'm saying? So somehow with the exchange of money, you're actually channeling the energy of George Washington, of Andrew Jackson, of Grant, and these people who had a certain agenda out here. So these people are living on right now. George Washington them is popping. You know what I'm saying? Because we give them that life. You know what I'm saying? By perpetuating what we do and keeping their names living on. You know what I'm saying? Because once you forget a person, it's gone forever. So be mindful that, like I said, you want to chase money and all that. But if you're a child of the sun are rich already and royal and wealthy in thought. And just you already have the gift. You got the most valuable gift you could have, which means you could be under the sun. Because everything grows towards the sun here. So don't equate, don't look at like you need a Ferrari and all this other shit and all of that. That shit is bullshit because you got the Ferrari, you got the fucking mansion, you live in your fucking body anyway, nigga. You chasing that to go live with the Joneses, nigga, you live right inside of you. So understand you have to, standpoint of view, readjust how you see this world. You feel me? Basically, you know, the realm that we exist in, it might take us some time to kind of readjust our thinking and maybe change some of the things that we've been doing. You know what I'm saying? We got to kind of like act on these things and move accordingly. You know what I'm saying? Move accordingly with the times that we in and all of that, because it's important for our future. You know what I'm saying? We do have children out here, and it's causing a lot of confusion. And to cause confusion, hurt, or harm is also to breed, negative attributes. You know, so we want to stay on a certain frequency and keep it moving. But on that note, salute to everybody above ground, 10 toes down. Y'all travel in harmony. It's been another galactic glorious day. Going out with the flowers for Tupac. Salute to the mercenary guards. Galactic Guardian, 720 degrees. Yeah.